Oh, 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 oh.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Delia.
And
this is
Don't Pee Your Pants.
Whatever that was.
I don't know, I just always feel like I need something right after.
Should we get a firework gun? I mean,
that sounds really dangerous.
Should we get fireworks, like a firework machine that goes off after we say that?
No, maybe little sparklers.
Don't pee your pants.
I don't know about fireworks in this tiny little basement room.
We could light a pair of pants on fire every time.
Nope.
That would be a lot of pants. A lot of pants.
That sounds awful.
Okay.
I was texting your mom today.
Your mom?
Yeah, go ahead. Text my mom. She'd probably like it. No, it was not exciting. I was asking her about the mouse traps.
Oh, gotcha.
I spent $80 at that store.
Oh, the modern store?
Modern.
Shout out to Modern Exterminators.
Modern Exterminators. He was so nice. The guy, he helped me. And I got all this mouse poison and these traps. And we can get rid of my mice officially.
Hell yeah. You do the thing. Do the damn thing. My mom said...
I tried everything. We've called an exterminator. We've had sticky traps. We had the little snappy traps. They're still there.
My mom swears by these traps, man. I don't know. I don't know. But she said that ever since she called her that exterminator and they gave her whatever traps... I'm assuming they gave you the same traps. Ever since she said she's found one mouse and it was dead. And she has not seen any evidence of any mice since then.
It's gonna work.
And I'm
gonna make it work.
That was at least 3 months ago.
Yeah.
She said she has not seen any evidence.
So I guess it's really gross. But the poison that they eat makes them bleed internally.
Yeah.
And if for some reason dog food has what word am I looking for? It has the secret ingredient to counteract that.
Oh no.
So if they're eating dog food and eating poison, they still might not die.
So you just can't leave the dog food out.
But we got those we're getting those airtight bins to put the dog food in.
Yeah.
It's just the dog food that's out we have to be aware of. But
we
take it. I literally put it in the fridge every night. If there's any left over that she didn't eat, I just stick the whole bowl in the fridge so that they can't get to it.
That's so crazy that there's something in dog food that
there's something
poison.
That it's like a congealing agent or something. He said literally if your dog ends up eating any of this poison, that you take him to the vet. And there's an ingredient in dog food that they actually put in the dog that it makes everything congealed and concealed somehow that's in their stomach.
That's so crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He's like, you can use poison all day and it will work on some of them, but if they have access to dog food,
it's just gonna be
they're gonna be there forever.
Right.
But I leave my dog's food out all day.
Right.
I don't feed her once a day and then take it away. Probably normal.
See, Jerry's just a savage and he eats all of his food at one time.
You couldn't leave it out all day.
No. Well, no, he just gets fed twice a day. He gets fed 2 big meals twice a day.
Right.
And he eats it all in one sitting. The minute I put that bowl down, he's and it's gone in 30 seconds.
He's just a grazer. She just wants to take
That's
a few
how
bites
my dog
and walk
was.
Away.
That's how my dog was growing up.
Yeah.
My mom would leave his food down all day.
Yeah.
And he would, every once in a while, he would walk by it and take a couple bites and then leave the rest. Yeah. And then he would take a couple bites and leave the rest and she would fill it up again at dinner time.
I feel like my dog should have that option.
I mean, yeah. But
then we have mice.
Then you have mice. So it's
this is so gross and embarrassing. But we actually had to take our couch and like flip it over, and there was like mouse
Dude,
poop.
they're fucking everywhere.
Mouse poop behind the couch, and then we saw that there was like they actually are like in our couch. Like there's little holes that they chewed, and they're getting into our couch. We had to clean out like from all the cushions.
That's the
like,
thing.
When you
like
find mouse poop in your couch where you're hanging out,
right? It's disgusting.
It's so gross.
When you have mice, there is not anywhere in your house that they are not.
You're not safe anywhere.
No, you're not safe anywhere, and it's fucking disgusting. Neil said that
and Layla was playing in mouse poop the other day.
They're everywhere.
My tiny baby child was playing with mouse poop.
I know, and that's so gross because they carry like so many diseases. Like it's just so fucking gross.
They have to go. I was like, I don't care if we spend like $200 at this exterminator place. Like we're getting rid of mice.
Right.
Happening.
It's ridiculous.
It actually wasn't that bad. It was like $80. We got like a real big trap to go into our crawl space.
Okay.
And then there's like, you know.
I feel like they're predominantly in like your laundry room.
My laundry room, kitchen. They're in my kitchen, but not really into the food, which is weird.
Right.
Except for the dog food.
Right.
And like in our living room, everywhere. They get like in our TV stand and in our couch. So gross.
Ugh. Well, I was just outside talking to my neighbor the other day, and they said that they're having like, dude, everybody has mouse problems around here.
He said, don't be surprised if you find dead rats. I was like, what do you mean? I've never seen a rat. Like a mouse problem I can deal with. Right. A rat.
Tiny little baby mouses.
A rat.
Why are
their tails are like this thick?
I know.
So gross.
Why did he say don't be surprised if you find a rat?
He just said like people often have like both. And like God. And it's not because I said I was like because he was the bigger traps there's a bigger hole, so like he was like you might have squirrels and like rats and stuff. He's like so you check the traps every few days. He's like it's not that often where they'll eat it and die right away, but it does happen.
Right.
So like if a squirrel gets in there and eats a whole bunch of it, he might not even make it back out and like die there.
Oh,
and you have to like dispose of its body because rats and like squirrels stink. He said you might when the mice die, they'll be around the house. You might get a little hint or smell of it, but it's like not the end of the world, which I feel like I've smelled already because I've had them in like the snap traps that like I didn't know existed or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's not that bad, but
so fucking gross. If you've ever had a mouse in your house, you know what we're talking about.
I feel like this is pretty relatable.
It definitely is. Like so many people have mice problems.
You don't have to be dirty.
No,
or leave
they're
food
literally
out
everywhere.
Mice. Yeah.
They're fucking everywhere.
And I live across the street from a diner that was like shut down.
And then they started renovating it.
And they started renovating it, and like that's when like the mouse problem got super bad because they were like, oh yeah, they're like stir up their homes and they find somewhere else to live. I was gonna say they
were probably all living in that abandoned restaurant,
and that's why he was like, you probably will have rats.
Oh
I'm like,
God.
No. And we live across the street from a 7-Eleven,
right?
So I'm like really giving my location away, aren't I?
Yeah, really.
Don't come find me. All right. Well, most of you people that are listening know where I live anyway, so it's fine. But there's just food
gross.
Everywhere.
Yeah, literally, if you have food, you most likely have mice. Like you don't, like you said, you don't even have to be dirty. Like they just find a home.
I learned that
especially in the winter,
cockroaches and stuff too. Like you don't have to be dirty to have bugs.
No.
Or dirty to have but that's like I feel like what people think.
They're just looking for shelter.
Yeah.
And if your house happens to be it, then they reproduce in there, and then all of a sudden you have a fucking mouse infestation.
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh, so fucking gross. You know
you have mice too. Did you get rid of them?
For the most part, I feel like I haven't seen any traces of them recently.
Yeah.
But who fucking knows if they're ever really gone?
I know.
Which is so
I'll never know the rest of my life.
It's so gross.
I'll just always be assuming I'm living with a mouse.
It just skeeves me out so bad.
I'm skeeved, but like if I see one run across the floor, I'm like, there it goes.
I scream my head off. I'm like, Jameson!
But Neil said his mom is like she will get up on a chair and be like, wah!
Yeah, I fucking hate them.
Like, well, good thing she doesn't hang out at our house too often.
Dude, because mice are bitches, dude. Like, we've caught some of them. And Jameson, we had one on a sticky trap the one day, and Jameson went to go, something happened. No, he didn't smush it, but something happened where he couldn't get like the sticky trap. It was on the very edge of the sticky trap, so he couldn't pick it up because he didn't want to touch it with his hand. So he picked it up with like a pair of tongs or like something, and it was violently attacking whatever he picked up the trap with. Like, there was teeth marks dug into like whatever the fuck. This thing was like biting him tooth and nail, and I was like, oh my fucking
Neil
God.
Said, trigger warning for gross. But
for what?
He said that some of the mice in the sticky traps try to crawl away so
they
hard.
Like bite their own legs off.
They're like their butts are like detached from their bodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me so sad.
It makes me so fucking sad.
So sad. I don't think I'm gonna do sticky traps.
I could never
again.
I have to have Jameson do it because it literally breaks my heart, especially like the little tiny baby mouses. I can't.
As soon as I hear one, I'm like, I will like wake Neil up. I'm like, you have to take care of it. I can't imagine suffering all night long, being stuck to something in one place, knowing I'm gonna die. Like, no.
And like they fucking eat their legs off. Oh my God. They chew through, if there's tails stuck to it, they'll like chew through their tail. Oh my God. It's just that was my heart.
I'm just gonna vomit, so be right back. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, wait, are you really?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's really bad. It's too heart-wrenching.
You know what I learned this week?
What?
I learned how to say bitch in sign language.
What is it?
I think it's like this.
Sorry if you're listening on Spotify.
Oh, so you take your hand straight. I always forget that we need to be conscious of people who are not watching us.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to us on Spotify, you take your hand in a parallel column like this.
Just raise your hand like you're saying hello. Your hand, but your fingers are together.
Put your fingers together and then put it up against your nose and your mouth.
Yeah.
And that means bitch in sign language.
Like quickly, like
yeah.
Bitch.
Because I think
okay.
Bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
You know any like other things, or you just curse words?
Yeah.
J.
Fuck you, JJ. No, that was bitch. JJ, you a bitch.
Love you.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, what are we doing today?
We're gonna do Am I the Asshole?
Am I the Asshole?
So, we just found ones like, on Reddit and what else?
Twitter, I think.
Twitter. When I say we found them, I mean we haven't read them at all yet.
No, so this is going to be a first-hand account right in front of all of you.
Yeah, so we're gonna be God. No, we're gonna decide if they're an asshole between the two of us.
Oh yeah,
and play along.
Yeah,
if you disagree with us, I'd be like totally happy to hear that. Let's have a whole discussion on it.
Let's definitely
comment below. Maybe we can come back a different week and talk about the comments.
Hell yeah.
Have deeper discussions on assholes.
Let us know who you think the asshole is.
Or if they even were. Maybe they're in the wrong. Maybe they're in the right.
See, this is really hard for me because I see things.
I see every side.
I see things from a lot of different sides. It's like a parallelogram.
Yes. I was just telling you this.
That's not
literally 2 days ago when we hung out. I was like, sometimes like my girlfriends are like telling me like about their boyfriends.
Right.
And I'm like, I used to always be like, girl, you right.
Yeah.
He's such a dick.
That's
like,
just
he's
girl code. You just be there for the girl.
You just be their friend.
Right.
No matter what. But lately I've been like, but have you ever thought about what he was thinking though?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't trying. And I know that people hate when I play the devil's advocate, but I can't help it. That's just how my mind works.
Yeah.
Like, if
whenever I'm faced with a problem, I see it
Neil
from all
told
sides.
me to do the dishes. Can you believe that? I want you to be like, what a jerk. When is the last time he picked up a dish? Like, I want you to be on my side.
Right.
If you were like, I don't know, like, he worked hard all day, and like, is it that big of a deal for you to do the dishes? I'd be like, you jerk. But I've been doing that to my friends because I just.
Well, that's the first thing that comes to your head. So you just say it.
I'm sorry if my friendship is not what you want, friends.
Well, if your friendship isn't good enough, then
if you want a gas you up girl, Delia's your girl.
I'm your girl.
If you want to hear all the perspectives, I'm your girl.
She your girl.
Just depends on what you're looking for. Most people, I think, want to gas you up, bitch.
Yes, they do. That's why I'm your girl.
I'm gonna try. I'm trying.
Okay.
I have to just think before I just say what's on my mind. That's all. Are you gonna start?
Do you want me to start?
Sure, read me one.
All right.
Is there a title? I want to guess by the title first. I like when people do that.
Okay. We can go with the bedroom equalizer.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the title.
Can't guess if someone's an asshole by
I'm just going to get right to it. My I guess she's 25.
Okay.
Boyfriend's 28.
Okay.
He likes to be called daddy in bed.
Okay.
She's obliged to this request, but it's starting to creep her out a little bit.
Okay.
And she's decided she doesn't want to do it anymore. He's not happy with this, and he wants her to do it because he enjoys her saying it to him. Since he wasn't budging on the issue, she told him that she wanted for him to call her grandma in bed.
Grandma? What?
He didn't like this option and said it was giving him visuals he would prefer not to have. Like, okay, fucking join the club with me calling you daddy. Anyway, the last time they tried to be intimate, she started to refer to herself as grandma in the third person. Do you like it when grandma does that?
I kind of love her.
He flew off the handle and said that I ruined the mood and made him feel gross and said that I was being absolutely ridiculous. I think I proved my point, but am I being the asshole?
I think she's being hilarious.
I think she's being fucking... I want to meet this girl.
She's just trying to make her point.
Yeah.
She's not trying to, like, ruin her relationship.
No.
I think she's great. I love you, whoever you are.
Do you like it when grandma does?
Are they anonymous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I don't think she's an asshole. I think... I feel like, yeah, maybe petty.
Okay. I can see the pettiness.
Like, she's just trying to be like, fine, you want me to call you this? Then you call me this. Like, she's being a little petty.
You call me grandma.
Not an asshole.
Yeah. All right. So are we going to go, like, back and forth?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Should I look for a good one or just, like, read whatever?
Whatever you want. If you find a good one, just read it.
I don't know. And I also don't know how long they're going to be, so this is going to be fun.
That's fine.
5 pages. Am I the asshole for not letting a mom with a baby in front of me in a long queue and telling an elderly lady to fuck off?
What is the context?
You sound like it.
You sound like an asshole.
All right. Let's read. Hold on. Continue. Hold on. Read more. All right. It's kind of long, but we're fine. I went to a shop today and service. There was really slow with only one register open, no self-checkout, and a really long line of people, with the majority of them having full carts of items. I, on the other hand, had one item. Behind me was an elderly lady and a mom with a baby. The older lady started telling the mom to skip the queue and go in the front because she has a child. I turned to her and asked her to speak for herself. and that I do not agree with moms that skip in front of me. Okay.
See, this is hard as a mom.
We started arguing, and I said that this checkout does not give priority for pregnant people and parents. So she should wait in line like everybody else. And if she's unable because of a baby, that she shouldn't bring the baby to the store with her.
Oh my God. Okay, you're being an asshole.
The older lady started ranting of how she's never seen behavior like this before and how I will understand when I have my own kids, in which I said, if. Okay.
I want to punch this lady in the face.
Yeah,
honestly.
the older women. Oh, and then she told her to fuck off.
She told the old lady to fuck off?
Yeah, she was tired of her bullshit. The other women and a mom then just kept talking about me and my behavior between themselves, and the mom complained of how she feels uncomfortable existing in a public space because of people like me. I have absolutely no problem with kids. I don't hate them. Even
You sound like you do.
They never bother me, and parents in general here are able to control their kids, so they're never a problem. However, in this particular situation, the child was calmly sleeping in a stroller, and I don't see the reason why she should have to have the privilege to skip a line just because she popped the baby out of her vajayjay. Sure, if a baby was screaming or if she was carrying him in her hands or literally any reason, but I'm a mom, so my time is more important than yours.
Okay, I'm starting to see
not let
this.
her skip, or I would let her skip without a second thought otherwise. I'm just tired of parents feeling entitled just because without any reason. Mm-hmm. Am I the asshole? Edit. I never actually told the lady to fuck off, but due to a better term in English, I chose to use fuck off here instead of trying to explain the phrase I use because it's hard to do without knowing the language and culture. It was more to stop bossing me around than fuck off, but without profanities. It was still a rude term.
Okay, so I guess, see, this is where context really comes into play because I can understand not letting them skip to the front of the line. If her baby was sleeping in a stroller, there's no reason for it. Like, if her baby was screaming their head off, or like if she was holding the kid and struggling to carry like her things or whatever.
I understand why you're standing in line. You have one item.
Right.
And some old lady is getting involved.
Yeah.
Which
I
old ladies
would be pissed off too.
That are like, just go ahead in front of everyone.
Right.
Like, why are you getting involved, lady?
Right.
Like, let's just all stand in line like normal people and do our normal thing.
You let her in front of you.
If the mom was like,
no, you don't speak for everybody else.
It's her nap time. Can I just, them? That's a whole different thing. But the old lady getting involved is what's annoying.
Yes.
But it's not really. Like, it doesn't matter. The old lady did get involved.
She did get involved.
And she said, go ahead.
But without...
Just let her. Who cares? Like, you argued the point.
See,
what did they say in the beginning that I was like, ooh.
See, I'm such an unconfrontational person. I would have not said anything and would have been like, yeah, go ahead. Like, I wouldn't have been like, fuck you, old lady. But I probably would want to, and I'd probably come home and bitch to Jameson like, this fucking old lady, she just took it upon herself.
I turned to her and asked her to speak for herself, and that I do not agree to let mom skip in front of me. Like, that's when you became the asshole.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't have to say any, like, you could have been like, whatever.
Right.
Or like, just keep it to yourself. Like, you had to be like, why are you getting involved? I don't let mom skip in front of me just because they're moms.
She definitely made a scenario where there didn't have to be one.
Right.
She could have just let that whole thing go.
And I've heard this argument, like,
go about your day.
In, like, work scenarios where, like, we used to work with a lot of young people.
Right.
And I would say a few of them didn't have kids and a few of us did.
Yeah.
I didn't. But, like, there was people who would be like, well, why do they always get to leave early because they have a kid? Or why do they get to come in late because they have a kid?
Because
or why
we have a fucking kid.
But it's like, you also don't know what it's like to have a kid.
Yeah.
So, and I never was that person because I don't know what it's like and I know it's hard.
Right.
And like, yeah, that person might get to leave early because their kid had an emergency, but that person also missed out on making more money that day.
Yeah.
That person is like, running on a lack of sleep because they have children. Like,
right.
there's like, they're not privileged because they get to leave early when they ask. They're leaving early because their kid has a doctor's appointment. You think they want to leave work and not make money to go to a doctor's appointment? Like,
this is where
argument's so annoying.
This is where I see all of the sides, though, because like people that have never had kids don't. The way that they see it is like parents are making excuses because they have kids, but like we're not. Genuinely, like if my kid's sick, I'm gonna have to leave.
Right.
If my kid has a doctor's appointment, I'm gonna have to leave. If this happens, I'm gonna have to leave. Like I don't want to do that.
And at least she said if the kid was crying, if she was holding her in one arm, like all that maybe I would have let her ahead. Like that's fair.
Right.
I agree. If the kid's sleeping in a stroller and not being disturbed by being in the store, then they should wait their turn. I agree with you, but how you handled it, you're an asshole.
You're an asshole. And I don't understand why. I just don't understand why that was so dramatic when it didn't have to be.
No, it didn't.
It didn't have to be at all. And granted, I would be pissed that the old lady was butting into business where she shouldn't have. But
was annoying, and you have every right to be annoyed.
Right.
Just why start drama in a grocery store?
Right.
It is what it is. Anyway, you got one?
I think so. Well, this one's kind of long.
Go for it.
Are you sure?
Sure.
All right. Am I the asshole for giving all of my coworkers a different reason for why I have missing fingers?
Off the bat, no.
Okay.
What do you think?
Off the bat, no.
Okay.
I have 3 fingers missing on my dominant hand. It's fine. I can type and everything and even manage to tie my shoelaces most days. And on the days I can't, that's the dyspraxia.
What?
I don't know. Okay. However, I won't deny that it looks a bit odd to people. I only have my 4th and 5th fingers.
I was trying to figure out. I was like, what's your 4th finger?
It's either your thumb and your pointer or your ring and your pinky. So my hand looks like a bit of a child's drawing of a rabbit and not a good one. I'm used to people asking about it, and usually after staring for a good minute or two, but I still find it annoying. I'm like
I think is that 4th and 5th? I mean 4th and what?
He has his 4th and 5th fingers. So it's either these two or these two. I don't know which digits are which.
Okay.
I still find it a bit annoying. I really don't get why you'd think it'd be an okay thing to ask someone about, but hey, I wasn't raised in a barn. Usually, I nip the question in the butt by just explaining the truth from the get-go, assuming that enough people will gossip about it and the message will spread by the end of the day. Anyways, I started a new job and I honestly could not face going through the same cycle again. I felt that the time had come to not play into it anymore and make something out of it, and I decided to make myself laugh. When the first new coworker asked about it, I completely lied and told her I chewed them off as a baby. And then I decided to tell the next person that
Shoot them off?
He chewed them off as a baby.
Like, what was the baby doing with a gun? Okay. Chewed them off as a baby. Yeah. That's weird.
Then I decided to tell the next person who asked that I cut them off with a plastic knife at a picnic. The next person...
How?
I don't know.
These are bad lies. Okay,
you can't chew them off as a baby either. You don't have any teeth.
I
know. The next person I was born... and the next person that I was born with 6 fingers and they removed too many. All genuinely ridiculous reasons, but I'm a good actor and they believed my lies. I didn't expect them to believe the plastic knife through a bone though, but there you go. Maybe they just thought there's no way I'd lie about how I lost my fingers. Within 3 days, I'd learned that my coworkers started arguing about the actual reason why I didn't have my fingers. It seemed that they now dislike me for lying to them. I'm probably going to have to bring in some cupcakes. Anyway, I told this story to my brother today, and he told me that I was an asshole because I caused tension within the office on my first day and made people feel stupid for being gullible and believing my lies. My argument is that I'm not an asshole because they were rude and I didn't do it with the intention of deceiving them. I was honestly just fed up with the question and didn't think they actually severed 3 I didn't think they'd actually believe that I'd severed 3 fingers with dental floss when I was 3. Can you can you picture that? Just like
I was picturing like, with newborn babies, they get like hair wrapped around their finger, it can like turn purple or something, and I was like, well, mate, I guess you cut off circulation long enough, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But still, ridiculous.
All right, so I'm gonna check out here. I think getting real tired of explaining why it's not cool to ask people why they lost limbs or digits just because you want to state your morbid curiosity. A few reminders: I'm not a male, which I pictured this person as a male.
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I pictured this person as a male.
You want to know why?
Why?
It's sexist. Because I feel like she's being like, why would anyone even ever ask me about my
That's so
thing?
weird, though. I pictured this person as a male.
I don't know.
I don't know why everyone assumed that. And don't ask people about something that could be traumatic, especially when you don't know them. And when making cupcakes, always cream the butter.
What?
That's what it says.
Okay.
So are they the asshole? I
have a lot of thoughts.
I mean, I think they are an asshole, but I also think they're not, because I understand being asked about something so many times and being so sick and tired of answering the question over and over and over again. Also, it is kind of rude to ask about, why are you why are you currently losing your fingers?
I don't know. Because we were hairstylists. I've met a lot of people that have disabilities or things of that sort, and I actually found that they like when people bring it up because people aren't just like staring and making assumptions,
right?
And
it's fucking rude to stare.
Can I ask what happened to you, or is that like something you don't talk about, or like there's a respectful way, I think,
right?
But like, do you remember that guy that would come in with like a really severe like limp?
Oh yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he was like one of my favorites.
I know. I cut his hair quite a few times.
He came in. He was
such
nice
a sweet guy.
I know. And I was like, I've been cutting his hair for so long. I was just like, I'm sorry if this is offensive or whatever. But I was like, can I just ask?
Yeah.
Like what kind of what? I don't know how I worded it. But it was nice.
Yeah.
Just like, why you limping, bro? No.
Why you doing that, my guy?
Why you walk so weird? No.
He was so nice. He probably still would have answered.
I know.
You.
He was like, "Oh, I just have this thing." He's like,
wasn't he born with it?
It's something that like your muscles like severely tighten and they'll like go in on themselves. Like a lot of people who have that, their hands. You ever see people's hands like turn in like that?
Yeah.
It's like your muscles can't extract or
like stretch,
go the opposite way. Like they turn in and they tighten. And the cure for it is to move. Like you have to like move and exercise and like that's how you get more mobility. At least in his case. He was like, yeah, I used to run like marathons. Like
that's so crazy.
Yeah, he's like, but I just got older and didn't run every day.
Right.
And now I'm like kind of stuck in this position where I could, if I went to physical therapy and did my exercises every day, I could. He's like, but I just don't. Like, he was saying, like, I'm just lazy. That's why I am the way I am.
Right.
But he wasn't embarrassed at all, and he was totally fine. But I told other people that I worked with that I asked him and learned about it. And they were like, you asked him that?
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like most, like, if you're like, so what are you doing in a wheelchair? They're like, oh, this is what happened. Or this is what. People like to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
But, like, in this person's case, that kind of proves me wrong. And like, I don't want to invalidate her feelings, but at first I was kind of like, is it that weird that people ask you?
Yeah.
Like, can't someone just be like, in the nicest way, like not like happen to your hand, but like just
I don't know. See,
in a nice
my
way.
thing is maybe not like the very first time that we ever meet.
No,
but this was like she was saying this was like her very first day.
Yeah, that's weird.
On the job, and multiple people, because people were going around the office talking about it.
Yeah, that's definitely weird.
And so multiple people on her first day of work were asking her about her hand. Right. I wouldn't do that on the very first day that I ever met somebody. I would have been like, yo, bro, what happened to your fucking hand?
Yeah. And I could see being annoyed, like you said, like over the years. She's had to explain the story
so many times.
over and over and over.
Which we never found out the real story.
I was thinking that. I was like, what did happen?
You should have updated.
Don't ask. You
should. I know, really. You should have updated about really fucking happened to your hand.
But I don't think what she did was an asshole move. I think she was probably making light of it by making up these obscure things that would never happen.
No, I still don't think
she's an asshole. And even the fact
asshole.
that everybody was talking about it and arguing about it is even funnier.
Yeah, because it's none of their
they're like, wait,
business.
I thought it was dental floss. And someone else was like, I thought it was a plastic fork. And then they're all...
she chewed it off as a baby.
Like, don't you think they'd all come to the conclusion, like, those are all ridiculous stories, so clearly none of them are true.
Right.
Like, why would they be hating on her?
Right.
Because I would be like, that's hilarious.
I know. I would start like a round of applause. Like, fuck yeah, bitch. Look good
like,
for
she
you.
showed us by giving us all lies, by being like putting them back in their place.
Nobody will ever know the truth.
Yeah. I don't think she's an asshole.
All right, your turn.
I like initially wanted to say she was because
I feel like
why can't people ask?
I feel like I always want them to be the assholes. Why did I just say that whole sentence? Assholes. Like, I always want them to be the asshole.
I feel like you'll think they are. Am I the asshole for eating a steak burrito that was meant for someone else?
Fuck yeah. You absolutely are an asshole. I don't even need to hear the rest of it.
Okay. I work in an office. That's already a bad sign.
Terrible sign.
You ate an office burrito that wasn't yours. I work in an office that gets a lot of wrong deliveries. We are on Unit E in a commercial development on a street that ends with the word East. Okay. So, excuse me. If someone does not specify their unit, we usually get it delivered here. Today, a DoorDasher dropped off a Chipotle bag at the front counter and dashed out. I will usually try to catch them before they leave when this happens, and it's happened before, but this dasher was a fast one, in and out.
Oh. The
fast dash.
The fast dasher.
I waited about 10 minutes and then went up to the front counter and grabbed the bag, took it back to my desk, gave it another 5 minutes, and I'm thinking that it's been left here and that dasher's not coming back. I didn't want the food to go to waste, and I also have not eaten lunch, so I decided to eat the food.
No.
I get 2 bites into the steak burrito, and the dasher comes back to the office.
No.
She sees me chewing down and asks me about the Chipotle bag that she mistakenly dropped off. I am chewing, and before I could swallow, she figures out I'm eating the food that she left. She asked me if I ate the food, and I nod my head. I probably also have a caught red-handed look on my face while this is happening. She says, fuck, and walks out.
No.
I feel pretty guilty, and I hope she doesn't get in trouble. I finished the burrito, and now I'm typing this out. Am I the asshole? Edit. I did not think at the time of writing this that the dasher coming back to fix their mistake was the problem. But after reading these comments, I feel... Oh, well, we didn't read the comments, so we'll skip the edit.
Okay. She is the asshole.
Bonus, I did leave the part out where there's a second burrito in the bag. It looks like my wife will also be getting a burrito when I get home from work.
I assumed that one was a woman.
I did too.
I pictured that
Maybe it
person
is.
as a woman. Oh, yeah, true. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Could be married.
She could have a wife.
Yeah.
You're not the asshole.
I think she is an asshole.
No.
I do. I'd be pissed if I don't get my burrito. Well, I guess
Yeah, but that person's getting their burrito.
I know. I was gonna say, I guess they probably would
I
get
work
their
for
burrito.
DoorDash, right? The Dasher's not getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And like, if anything, they'll just be like, the Dasher will just cancel the order on their end and go to the next one.
Right.
So they won't get in trouble, and they actually get compensated for half, I believe, because they already did the trip.
Yeah.
So like that Dasher, if he was gonna make like $8, he'll get $4.
Okay.
And then he'll go off to the next order, and he's fine. Now the person will get reimbursed that never got their burrito.
I know. I'd be pissed though. I want my fucking burrito.
Yeah, it sucks because you're like waiting for your burrito, but they'll get it remade and sent right back over. So it's really not that big of a deal. There's too much insurance on DoorDash for anybody to really be harmed in the eating of this burrito.
I don't know. I still think.
And also, it was just sitting there for like 15 minutes.
I know.
Before she even ate it.
I know, but
Someone drops a pizza off at your doorstep and you're not going to eat it?
No.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to say you have the wrong address.
Yeah, but they left.
Then I would probably wait more than 15 minutes. I'd probably give it like an hour and then I'd eat it. But I also wouldn't. I am not one to eat other people's food unless they give me permission. I will very much so eat the shit out of your food if you give me permission.
It's not like a lunch with a name on it. This is like...
I know. I would just, in my head,
Chipotle
if I'm this
burrito.
person at this office, I'm thinking that somebody is going to come back for that. And I know my luck, as soon as I take my first bite, they would walk right through that door and be like, that's my fucking lunch. Why are you eating it right now? I would get caught burrito handed. Burrito to mouth. Sorry about that.
We're just going to have to agree to disagree.
I completely disagree. I think she is. She, he, they. Whatever the fuck.
And it worked out. I mean, the Dasher tried to make up for it, which they did not have to. They could have dropped it off, canceled the order, and left.
I don't know, Mo. I still think she, they is an asshole.
The Dasher was in the wrong.
Why?
They delivered it to the wrong address in the first place.
Nuh-uh. The person explained that they were in an office building, and when they have, it gets dropped off to them when they don't know. They don't put down like a specific number.
Wrong place.
So it's not the Dasher's fault. It's whoever put the orders in fault.
Okay.
We gonna fist fight about this? Cause, okay.
Your turn. How many do we do?
As many as we want.
All right.
Sorry. Am I the asshole for accidentally making my ex jealous with a potato that I posted a picture of?
I saw that one on this one. Did you read that to me earlier?
I did.
Okay. Am I the asshole for what?
For accidentally making my ex jealous with a picture of a potato that I posted.
Okay, so far, no. How about you?
No.
Okay.
I think your ex is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This story is ridiculous, but I have a group chat with a few friends on WhatsApp. We post dumb stuff that's related to inside jokes that we make with each other. As we laugh, our profile pics, wait, hold on. We post dumb stuff that's related to inside jokes to make each other laugh. Mm-hmm. As our profile pics on there sometimes. Okay. We are 30 female and my ex is 38 male. Anyways, we used to work together.
We, like her and her friends, are all 30
No,
female?
This is her. I guess we are 30 female.
We are 30 female. And are there 30 females?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe there are. I don't know how many people are in this group chat.
Okay.
Let us know. If this is your
Reddit.
30. If this is your Reddit and you made your ex jealous with a picture of a potato.
Like, subscribe, and follow.
Let us know if there's 30 of you. So 30 female, 38 male.
Yeah.
We all used to work together in a restaurant, so we have an inside joke about this weird cook who tried to flirt with us by finding potatoes or carrots that were shaped like a penis and putting them between his legs. Extremely creepy, but it became a joke. So
it's really immature.
Yeah,
but also hilarious.
I never do that ever.
I would never pretend I have a wiener.
Ever. Anyway, so one of my friends, Annie, was having a bad day. We tried to make her laugh. So my other friend, Jennifer, put a photo of a penis-shaped carrot as her profile picture. I thought it was hilarious, so I did the same with a potato. Yes, I know it's all very silly, but it was a harmless joke to cheer up a friend. Or so I thought. About an hour later, I got a message from my ex cursing me out and saying, "Good luck with this disgusting new penis in your life, you whore." I told him to calm down because it's not a penis and to mind his own business.
Wait. I'm getting confused.
What?
She put a potato between her legs.
No. So, well, actually, maybe she did. It's just a picture of a... Do you want to see the picture?
Yeah. Okay. So
it's a picture of a potato
that looks like a penis.
Because they all work at this restaurant, and it's a running joke that they
pretend vegetables are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She posted a picture on the group chat of a potato shaped like a penis.
Yeah. She put it as her, like, I guess you can
make it. Looks like a real penis. Like it has a head and balls.
It looks like it's a potato. It looks like a penis. So then her ex-boyfriend texted her and said, "Good luck with the disgusting new penis in your life, you whore."
He thought it was a real dick.
He thought it was a real dick.
Okay.
She told him to calm down because it's not a penis and to mind his business. He insisted that I was lying and continued to go off on me, saying that I posted it on purpose because I wanted him to see it, which doesn't even make sense because I honestly had no clue he even used this app. And we haven't spoken for over a month. You haven't spoken? So I guess this was like currently her ex?
I mean, they may have spoken even though they've been exes longer.
I don't know. I told him that
he's clearly still jealous. So it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't break up that long ago.
He is jealous. He's jealous of a fucking potato. I told him that he should stop talking to me because he's embarrassing himself. Am I the asshole for posting that, even though it was meant as a joke between my friends, and I didn't think that anyone would see it, and I definitely think that anyone would mistake it for a real penis.
You're not the asshole.
I don't think you're the asshole either.
If anything, your ex is the asshole. Like your ex
I know.
For
Why
a
is
reason.
he creeping on you and your potato penises?
Your ex is for a reason.
Right.
He's got to go. And you were just being hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's pretty fucking funny.
I would have totally done that.
I totally would have done that.
100%. I've just sent you a picture of a starfish that looked like it had 5 penises.
5 penises. That was a lot.
Little tiny ones, but
yeah. Starfish penises. Star weenuses. Steenuses. What?
This one confused me by the... Let me know if you want me to read this one. How's that?
All right.
Am I the asshole for giving my son a wedding and not paying for his fiance's parents' rent? You want to know more?
Kind of, because I'm kind of confused.
Me too. Like you're never an asshole for giving your son a wedding.
Right.
And I don't really think you're an asshole for not paying someone else's rent.
No.
Even if it's your own kid.
Right. You should pay your own rent.
That's it.
That's
the only rent you're required to pay.
That's it. Just pay your own rent.
Okay. Maybe they're super rich though. Who knows?
Still pay your own rent.
Am I the asshole for ruining, quote unquote, my son's wedding and not helping his fiance's family? I'm 46 female and I have a 24-year-old son. He recently got engaged to his high school sweetheart, Bianca, 23, around 4 months ago. I offered to pay for the wedding as me and my husband are very secure financially and we could definitely afford to pay for it. My son said he would cover half the cost, which I'm happy he's offering to pay, but I told him to save it and put it towards their honeymoon. The problem starts with Bianca's parents. Both of them are saying they don't need a wedding and that I should be giving them the money instead.
What?
Because they're about to get kicked out of their home. Her parents that I've never gotten along with. Their son passed in a car crash 7 months ago, and he was the one paying their bills and their rent. He left them all his money, which was a fair sum. They barely even grieved him and just okay. They barely even grieved him and just complained about how they wouldn't be able to go on vacation. I don't believe that. Just because they're not telling you they're sad doesn't mean they're grieving their dead son.
And also, what happened to that lump of money?
That's the only part that's making you an asshole so far.
Yeah. What happened to all their money that their son left them?
I guess that's her point.
Why can't they pay the bills with that?
I guess that's her point. I don't know.
Also, why don't they have jobs?
Well, I'm not done reading.
Okay, go ahead.
She's only inviting them to the wedding because my son said it would mean a lot to them because they always wanted her to be married. Very sexist and old times. They expected her to be a stay-at-home mom, which she won't be unless she changes her mind. Their last message is where I got the idea I may be TA. What's TA?
Ta-ta for now. I don't know. TA. Let me look it up. No. I may be ta.
Their last message is where I got the idea I may be ta.
What does TA mean? It means thank you.
TA? Okay, whatever. They claimed
teaching assistant?
Okay, move on. They claimed I baby my son.
Territorial Army. Sorry, go ahead.
They claimed I baby my son, and if I truly loved him, I wouldn't be forcing him to have a large wedding because of his social anxiety. All my son's life, he hated crowds. Excuse me. And even ended up in the hospital once. He fainted during a class presentation in college and was rushed there as a precaution. They said if I was a good mother, I would just let them get married in a courtroom or have a small wedding with me, my husband, and them and some other close family instead of having like 100 or 200 people there. My son says he's scared of the wedding, but he can't wait for it because he waited his whole life to see Bianca walk down the aisle for him. And just the thought of her being by his side is enough for him to go through with it. Bianca knows about his anxiety and even offered to just legally file paperwork for marriage instead of a wedding, but my son wanted her dream of a beautiful wedding to come true. And he's willing to stand by her side during the wedding and say their vows in front of a huge crowd. Am I the asshole for not helping Bianca's family and having a small wedding with just family?
No.
There's so many am I the assholes in that. I think you're just doing what the couple wants. So it doesn't really matter what the in-laws want.
No, it doesn't because it's their wedding. And if that's the way that they want it, that's fine. But
and you're not the asshole for not paying their rent or giving them money?
I don't think you're an asshole because
not at all.
It's not your responsibility to do that.
Not at all.
And also, if their son left them a large, there's so many unanswered questions there.
Right.
If their son left them a good sum of money, where is it and why can't that pay their bills? And why can't they pay their bills? Why can't they get jobs to pay their own bills?
Even if they're like something is wrong with them or something, like go on disability.
Right.
Like there's programs that help you.
There's programs you can apply for.
I know it's not that easy for everyone, but
either that something. Or lower your means of living.
But don't be like, you're going to give them money, you should be giving it to me.
No, that's completely, no.
That doesn't make sense.
No, that does not make any sense whatsoever.
And if anything, if they didn't want a big wedding, you would give it to your son and their wife to start their life together.
Towards their, towards their honeymoon or towards something in their life.
Yeah, there's education, anything. Like, why would you get...
Right.
I would put it in a trust fund for my grandkids someday.
Right, like, exactly. Start,
not giving it to you.
Start savings accounts for your grandkids.
Yeah.
Potential grandkids. Or like something for the future. Like, no. I don't think... I don't think you're an asshole.
No.
I think you might be a little bit of an asshole for judging like them not grieving their son.
Yeah, that was the only part that I was like, oh, I don't like
grief
that.
in different ways.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like sobbing,
right?
You know, like
you don't know how many rough nights they've had,
right?
Or
people show grief in so many different ways.
Yeah, I mean, people joke about things.
Oh, I know. Like, dark humor is like the best way to grieve.
Yeah, like, my family's very much like that. Like, we laugh out every terrible thing that's ever happened.
Right.
Like, what you gotta do to cope. In our case, but people might look at us and be like, "Wow, that's really insensitive."
I know that people are so quick to judge.
So that for that reason, you're the asshole. All the other reasons,
nope. You're not an asshole.
You're just a really good mom.
Good job, Mom.
Is that it?
I don't know. Do you want to do another one, or are we done?
I think they're kind of fun.
I think they're kind of fun too. But we could also do another episode. Like, we could find some like really good ones and get them ready.
I'd like to hear yours.
Yeah. If you guys have any,
you're like in a pickle. You're like, what should I do in this situation? Am I being a jerk right now? Tell us the story.
Am I being a jerk? Sorry. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? Send in your stories.
AITA. AITA.
We're actually looking for a lot of different stories. Like, we want to hear wedding stories.
Yeah, we do.
I don't care what kind. Embarrassing.
We want to hear all the stories.
Terrible, drama, or even if it's just fun and heartfelt. I definitely want wedding stories.
We need stories about what was the other thing we were talking about what we need stories about. We were texting about it the other day. We
were gonna possibly do another hair one if you have
if
anybody hair cutting stories, or even like stories about you going to the hairdresser.
I love horror stories, but like also good stories work too.
Horror stories about hair, or horror stories?
Horror, well, both. I love horror stories. If you have any ghost stories, send them my way. I love that shit.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid of what my family will think, but I mean, but here I am. Like, so my family is like, we'll say strong Christian.
Yeah.
On that path, and they are in my life, and I love them very dearly, and I would never want to mess that up with them. But at the end of the day, like, my podcast is gonna be me and my feelings and who I am. So at some point, I just have to be myself and hope that they still love me.
They do. They still love you.
I know they love me, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to like mess up my relationship with them by saying anything, but like, if we get into like the demon ghost,
don't say the D word. The genus.
Get into the ghosty category at some point.
I feel like we have to, because I love that shit.
Yeah, it's fun.
Or I can just do an episode by myself.
Here's the thing too, like, whether you believe in it or not doesn't really matter. It's like, if someone said they saw something, I want to know about it. There's some
things that just cannot be explained in this world.
Right.
And I love that shit. It like, it opens up a tingly thing inside of me that tingles all the way through.
I feel like we'll walk away from that episode and you'll be like, I can't sleep. I'm scared. And I'll be like, I'm fine.
I'll be texting you that night. I'll be like, why did we do that?
I'll be like, it's not real. You're fine.
Well, I'll have to like run up the steps and tuck in my butt cheeks.
Like, I'm in bed and I just heard something.
It was just Jameson, go to sleep. No, it wasn't. He's
I actually have a pretty good, well, like, not a good story, but something that happened to me. I think you do too.
The cost. Save it for the cost.
All right. Well, if you have like horror stories, right now the best way to send us stuff is our email,
which is always in like
in our
bio. It's in like the descriptions of all of our videos.
But I think it's don't pee your pants too
at gmail.com. Yeah.
I think it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. But you can find it like in our everything. We have a TikTok. We have an Instagram.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook page. We also have a private Facebook group for like true fans if you want to come on there and like say stuff that you don't want the whole world to know about. And what else? Instagram, TikTok,
Facebook, YouTube,
Spotify. I don't think you can say anything on Spotify, but
no.
But still, it'd be really helpful if you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe and tell your friends and tell them to like and subscribe.
Share our videos and like repost our TikToks. All that stuff super helps.
Super helps. Super duper helps. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we should definitely do another Am I the Asshole video because this is super fun. I liked it a lot.
And like, do you want us to tell your stories? Send them in.
Oh, yeah.
Or do you want to like call us?
Yeah. We can have guests.
You could have guests. You want to come sit right here on this couch with us?
Insert your face
here. What kind of stories do you have to share? Let us know.
No, seriously though. We would love to tell other people's stories. So if you have any stories, literally anything. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole at a wedding? Am I the asshole with a ghost?
You just got some good drama. Like, just bring it on.
We need all the stories.
Just if you don't want us to say your name or anything,
that's important.
Either give us fake ones
give us fake names or just tell us.
Or be like, I want to stay anonymous. That's fine.
We can call it. We'll make up names for you. Yeah. So anyway,
with that.
Give us your feedback.
Yeah. Are we done?
Oh, we're done.
All right. Like and subscribe to our channel.